Welcome to Awakening You channel. We hope you found something here that sparked your interest and assists you in your awakening journey. If you appreciate what we do, please support us. Thank you. I, Michael, blend and merge my own unique presence with the energies of Yeshua and with the soul of our human friend called Bob. In this blending, we create a sacred triangle to remind you that this relationship is available to each and every one of you. As our presence descends into this magnificent, physical reality, we celebrate this opportunity to share with you how all of life is changing and evolving. It is a unique time in the history of creation. It offers a profound resolution for so many souls that have yearned to return home. To feel embraced by the presence of unity consciousness which supports the existence of home or the kingdom. We speak to you using words that are familiar and as well another language that is being shared alongside these words. A language that the human being has all but forgotten. It is sacred, ancient and multifaceted. It is spoken by your own consciousness before your mind is able to describe it for you. It communicates through your feelings a knowingness that does not doubt its nature. We invite those in this room and all that will be reading these words to also feel what is not being spoken. For these words can only inspire you to allow this presence into your life. It is with great joy then that we enter this part of your planet that is enjoying the vibrant qualities of spring. We relish merging our presence with different aspects of Gaia. Feeling the new growth, blossoming potentials, and the unyielding passion to become more of what is. Within her nature, we are often drawn to the family consciousness of trees. Such a grand example of beings who never waver from being in receivership. We feel their roots descend deep into the rich body of Gaia that serves as a foundation to support their lofty perspective. It brings us much joy to feel how the family of trees fully embrace life. As their roots descend, it is not uncommon that they encounter the family of rocks. It might appear that these rocks are denying or interfering with the growth of the tree. If this were true, perhaps the trees would simply raise their limbs and declare, "Woe is me, I have encountered a hard place in my life." If these rocks aren't removed or destroyed, we trees will perish. But the tree does not feel betrayed by life simply because it has encountered a hard place in its growth. The sweet, tender roots of the tree accept the rocks. They embrace life, all of life, and find a way to coexist with the rocks. The tree does not ask life to provide a map that would allow it to see the path of least resistance for its own growth. The tree embraces the mystery of life. The tree doesn't force itself upon the rock, it trusts that life will support it. We also find great joy in merging and blending with the family consciousness of flowers. At this time of year, they open their fragile, delicate petals that expose the very heart of their existence to the intensity of light. They expose themselves to all the elements of life. We have yet to meet a flower that hesitated opening itself for fear that the sun's rays would burn its delicate features. The flower doesn't ask for a weather report to determine if the direction of the wind is ideal before expressing itself. The family of flowers openly reveal their unique beauty despite the external conditions of life. It is also our joy to blend our presence with the family of birds. It is at this time of the year that they spend so much energy supporting their newborn. They don't worry about where they will find their nesting materials or how to feed their newborn. They embrace life with a profound knowingness that life supports life. It is through these beautiful creatures that we often speak to you, dear human. Humanity still makes time to listen to the song of the bird. These songs remind each of you that joy is real and sacred. We also love to merge and blend our presence with the family of humanity to remind you that you are never alone and that each of you represent a unique aspect in all of creation. Nothing exists quite like you. You are indeed irreplaceable. We offer ourselves in relationship with each of you to remind you that each of you carry the very seeds for new growth, unrealized potentials, and unfulfilled passions. Yeshua has spoken about the need to declare your own truth. Nature freely shares its truth, it enjoys life. The truth that you inherited from your social, political, and religious institutions denies you, for the most part, this simple truth. These inherited beliefs can feel like boulders in your life. Many of you have attempted to remove them only to discover that they grew larger in size. Some of you have declared that these hard places in your life make your life miserable and intolerable. If you can't fight the boulders, then what is the point of living? When we entered our partner's life, his truth was that he was not qualified to represent these teachings. His personality was very shy, intimidated by large groups, and always had difficulty speaking in front of people. His personality suggested that surely there were others far more qualified. We persisted, however, and for many years reminded his personality that we didn't have any problem with all of these perceived flaws in his character. A time comes in the life of a human being when they must ask themselves, is this shyness my truth? Is feeling timid and uncertain my truth? In our last meeting, Yeshua invited each of you to give a voice to your truth, and many of you were honest enough to say that you don't know what your truth is. To discover your truth, many of you feel it is necessary to unravel your personal story, one page at a time, to expose the lies you have inherited. We ask you, is this really your truth? Do you believe that you will find your soul nature by reliving your past? There is another way. It doesn't require any of you to do battle with the hard places in your life. We simply ask, are you willing to embrace life? Are you willing to befriend Gaia, nature, and also trust that life loves to support itself? Being in receivership invites you to recognize how you do receive from life with each breath. Are you willing to experiment by placing your attention on your in-breathe and feel how life does support you? Practicing this very simple but potent exercise will radically change your experience of life. You will discover that when you place your attention on being in receivership, it naturally puts you in the moment. You will also discover that very few human beings choose to live in this moment. They are preoccupied by their past failures and their yet-to-be-experienced future. You will discover an aspect of yourself that uses your past as a distraction. When you are disconnected from being in the moment, this aspect likes to pretend that it is the creator of your life. Every time you embrace life and choose to consciously become aware of what you are inhaling into your life, you discover a great treasure that only exists in the moment consciousness. Such a simple and harmless exercise, and yet its impact is profound. Shifting your attention to being in receivership and using your breath as a focal point will place you directly in front of a very large boulder. This hard place in your life is called your mind. Inhaling life with all of your heart will ask of you on a daily basis, what is my truth? Your mind holds your heart hostage when it assumes responsibility for your life. It terrorizes your ability to trust by constantly replaying memories of your past. It feeds upon life that it perceives to be outside of itself to support its own agenda. It suffers from a self-inflicted wound until one day it is confronted with a new truth. Consciousness is indeed its creator. She has no agenda. She will not force herself into your life, but she does carry with her all of the solutions to all of the problems that torment your mind. She comes into your life each and every time you place your attention on receiving her presence. I, Michael and Yeshua, do not inhale oxygen to support our life, but we do consciously inhale life that supports our truth. The mind, your male nature, is faced with a very uncomfortable truth: all is healed when the mind serves consciousness. We spoke of this year as being a time for great change. The greatest change occurs when you stop battling the hard places in your life. Are you willing to start receiving the solutions you desire without knowing how it will change your life? Unlike your mind, consciousness is not limited by time and space. Your mind considers consciousness to be a form of magic. It is your mind that wants to describe these messages as being channeled. It uses that term to separate itself from this relationship. In time, the mind will trust its place in this new relationship. Embracing a truth that we, your non-physical counterparts, are also you. Each of you now have the capacity to choose your own experience, and yes, it is indeed a choice. Shifting your allegiance from your mind to your consciousness is a profound quantum leap. A choice that will ignite your inherent gift to receive whatever your heart desires. You must choose, are these thoughts that deny me joy my truth? Is living in my past my truth? Does nature, Gaia, reflect a truth that also applies to me? Can I trust, simply by remembering to inhale life, that my past can be healed? Indeed it can, if you allow the feelings from your past to also be on the receiving end of what you are consciously inhaling life. If you stop breathing, your body will certainly die. When you stop receiving, your life becomes predictable, dull, and easy to control by the collective fears of humanity. There exists the opportunity within each of you to experience love and fear, complete opposites coexisting to create a unique form of unity consciousness here on earth. Unity consciousness, the very heart of the kingdom comes to you, breathe it in. There exists the potential to claim a freedom that cannot be extracted from your soul. A freedom that allows you to choose to experience the gift of being a creator. You have already tasted the co-creative abilities of your mind when it separates itself from creation. Consciousness offers itself to be in relationship with the mind as a gift. It is a grand choice. The family of trees stand tall to remind you of your own inherent nature. They are but an extension of this magnificent soul you call Gaia, who allows you to walk upon her body simply to experience a reflection of your own relationship with life. Imagine the joy as you shift your attention on each inhale, embracing life. Imagine experiencing being in the moment. Experiencing renewed vitality, passion, and abundance. Experience the gift of how to consciously co-create your reality. Experience all the solutions to all the challenges that face your life. Experience your extended family, living side by side, never to feel alone again. Every breath is but another opportunity to reconnect with your own divinity, a new truth and the peace you desire. It's been a good fight, mind, but enough is enough. All of our blessings. Archangel Michael.